Welcome to the Road Hogs Radio Network, brought to you by theroadhogs.com and Road Hogs Motorcycle Magazine. Let's get the show started.
Hello and welcome to Road Lines Radio with me, the Broad, Babe riding out a dream. Thank you for joining us on this debut show. Road Line Radio will bring you all sorts of motorcycle-related information, news, products, adventure sites, and so much more. But for our debut show, I thought I'd introduce you to a few friends of mine so that you can get to know the Broad a little bit better. I hope you join us for future shows, and I invite you to join the Broad journey at hbroad.com. All links to social media and Journey blog are available there. After many years of successful growing a motorcycle group in Illinois, and with a twist of negative life events in 2012, the stars aligned in some strange pattern and allowed me to chase a dream. I sold everything I owned. I ramped up my virtual assistant business. I packed up my 95 Sportster, and I hit the road to live a nomad life. For 6 months, I traveled the U.S. on that Sportster and had many grand adventures while growing my business. In July 2013, I was hit head-on by a car trying to pass a semi-truck in a curve. That resulted in the loss of part of my left leg. But I ride again. So to share a different perspective of who the Broad is and the journey I went out on, my first guest today is going to be my good buddy Cheyenne from Illinois. And we are sitting here together in Nashville, Tennessee, with 4 other friends from Illinois. We rode great yesterday. Amen to that. It was wonderful, and my nose is sunburned. Cheyenne, I have to ask you, since you're one of the very first ULRB members, and we have ridden the many miles together, can you tell folks your thoughts on my ability to rally riders and the fun we have had?
Well, first off, I got to say you're crazy, but you're a great fucking gal. You're always a ray of sunshine. You've got the greatest attitude, best positive attitude I've ever seen in anybody, no matter what's going on. And, yeah, that's what brings everybody together. Everybody wants good times, good riding, social events, and everything else. I mean, it's all, everything comes together.
Now, you know, I don't lead rides very often because I'm a tourist and I like to look around and all of this good stuff. But would you say that I did an okay job at least of getting a bunch of riders together and having a good time up in Illinois?
Oh, you did a great time. I mean, look at, how many members are we at now for it? I don't even know. I haven't, last time I looked.
I think we're over 1,400. Yeah, I think we're over 1,400.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, there's always events and always people getting together, and, you know, it's just a great time and great people that you've brought together, you know.
Yeah, and we've had a couple of weddings come out of our group, a lot of relationships, a lot of new riders that have journeyed off onto their own 2 wheels and learned how to ride. So we've had a great time with ULRB, haven't we?
Yes, and then come winter time, we have our really crazy times, and it's a blast. Great people.
Yeah, our game nights used to be a blast, yeah. Cheyenne, I thank you so much, man, and thank you all for coming to Tennessee and inviting me to come join you and for putting me on the back of a bike. I greatly appreciate that, my brother. I love you.
Oh, thank you. I love you, and thank you for everything and bringing everybody together. Great times.
You got it, baby. All right, so now my next guest is a girl named Adrienne. I met her the day after I bought my Sportster. My son and I did a run. She and her friends were there. Folks thought that my son was my date, and Adrienne, not being so shy, came up to ask me about this because she just wasn't buying it. After that, gentlemen started talking to me, go figure. But anywho, we have had a lot of wonderful rides together, many, many miles. Adrienne, I got to ask you, I know you've seen another buddy drop on the road before, and I know how much you love me. So can you tell people what impact on you personally as a female rider that my crash may have had on you?
Yeah, absolutely. First and foremost, I think that people don't tend to slow down as much as they should, and it's okay to slow down. That's one of the things that I love about your riding group and the people that we are involved with. We're okay with slowing down, taking the extra precautions. Your accident probably made myself and everybody that's around you more aware of the bikers that are involved. It's not just about bikers riding, but it's also about being a car driver and being aware of the bikers. The awareness has just heightened in my regards from your accident. It's huge. It's absolutely huge. And the greatest thing about your group is that people are easygoing. They're loving people. They're going to be okay with me taking a little bit more time on the road on my bike.
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes that's what it's about. I mean, us bikers, we like our speed and we like our power, but sometimes there is just a good time to just relax and take that curve a little slower than you might have on a different day. So I greatly appreciate that. And Adrienne, I just have to say, for you and Rodney and everybody at Joe's Bar in Joliet, I cannot tell you how much I love the support and how much it's been, oh, God, a lifesaver, to be honest with you. If it wasn't for all the people out there, I just don't know if I'd be sitting here right now. So I love you very much. Tell Rodney I love him, and thank you so much for being with me today, my love.
You're welcome. We love you, too.
Thank you, baby. And now my next guest is my big brother, Nick. My big brother, Nick, is married to a great lady named Lynn, and we have had a bazillion trillion miles. Nick's a little bit older than me. I don't think he's quite old enough to be my dad, but he's pushing it. But the reason I mention that is because Nick has been riding since before I've been breathing. And so he's an old school biker, and I wanted his opinion to be shared here from an old school biker perspective, because a lot of old school bikers think that us, somewhat younger women belong on the back of a bike, not in the driver's seat. And Nick's ridden a lot with me. So I have to say, Nick, can you give us your opinion on riding with a broad, a girl that's not so old school?
Well, you know what? This is not an opinion. This is a fact. The fact is that, believe it or not, back in my high school days, I had a woman teach me how to ride.
Cool.
Okay, and it was her. I mean, this little bitty little thing couldn't weigh no more than 110 pounds, but she could handle a bike, and I learned a lot from her. So, I learned to respect all riders, whether they're male or female, whether they're young or old, and that's what really counts as being a real biker. And it doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man or, like I say, young or old. I just learned to respect that.
I appreciate that very much, Nick, and you know that I try to appreciate every type of human being that's out there, and so I really like that perspective. And I've had some old school bikers that vehemently say that chicks belong on the back, and they will not deviate from that opinion. But I find it kind of interesting when I'm in a run or a ride or some kind of an event or something, and some old school biker comes up and say, "You don't ride like a girl." Well, obviously I must ride like a girl, because last time I checked, I got the boobs to show. So, I am a girl, so I do ride like a girl. I'm not quite sure what the right response would be, but I appreciate that you respect all riders, and I think that everybody should have that opinion, because it takes a lot of guts to get on those two wheels, male or female. There's a lot of risk in it, as we all know. So I really appreciate that perspective on respecting all riders. It don't matter what you ride, and it don't matter what gender you are. If you ride safe and you ride smart, that's all that counts, right?
You got it.
Well, I love you, and give my girl Lynn a hug for me. I know she's at church. Thank you so much, Nick, and I'll see you real soon, baby.
I love you too. Take care.
Okay, baby.
Okay.
And now my next guest is Greg, also from Illinois. He's married to a really wonderful chick named Shayla. During the first couple of months of my recovery, Shayla was sending me baked goods every week. It got to the point where my dad knew what the package was when it came in the mail and immediately would bring it to me and make me open it to see what our goodies were. Now, I wonder, Greg, if you would tell folks, what makes you and Shayla love the B.R.O.A.D, or Ursula, me, so very much, especially considering that Shayla told me she hated me before she met me?
Well, I think it's just your personality and the way you bring everybody together, and just from all different aspects of life. There's all these mix of people here, and we're all friends, and it's just it's an outstanding thing that you did, and you just shine everywhere you go.
Now, would you say, and Shayla and I have had this personal conversation the day that I was actually doing my estate sale and selling all my belongings. She came over to get all my baking supplies and extracts and things. Would you say that people get sometimes a bad impression, perhaps, because I am so friendly and I hug and kiss everybody and I'm just everybody's really good friend? Do you think that maybe women get a bad perspective of that? Is that possible?
It is. When I first met you, I had this girl Shayla that she didn't understand our relationship, I don't think, at first, and then she met you, and things just changed. But yeah, I could see how people could really get the wrong impression.
Yeah. I thought it was really cool the day that that she finally was able to meet because she worked so damn much. She never rode with us.
Right.
The day she finally came out and you said, "Oh, that's my wife coming. That's my wife coming." I ran up to her and grabbed her and picked her up and hugged her. And I said, I thought you were a figment of Greg's imagination. And from that point on, she loved me. I think people just get, a bad impression of this single chick running around hugging everybody, men, women, it don't matter. But the fact of the matter is you really shouldn't judge people until you've had the chance to be around them and to know them. And your beautiful wife, Shayla, learned that real quick. And I tell you, I wouldn't trade her love for anything in the world now. I just wouldn't. So you and Shayla take care of each other. Make sure you share my love when you hug each other. And thank you so much, Greg, for helping me out today.
No problem, Ursula. Have a good one.
You too, baby. And now, my next guest, a true love of a lifetime, I have to tell you, and my very best dude friend in the whole wide world. This poor guy is the one that got the phone call while I lay dying in the ditch. He would never deny my phone call, and I knew he was the right person to call because my best girlfriend and my son were working. Larry, I have to ask you, with the love we have shared over the years and being best friends now, I really want folks to understand what it was you felt when you and my son went to pick up my bike at the tow yard and you seen me laying in the hospital in a coma. Can you share that experience with people?
It was pretty rough. I mean, I've been around a lot of wrecked stuff and a lot of crashed bikes and that over the years, and to see the bike, you realized how hard of an impact it was, and the car that hit you was actually in the same tow yard, and I took a look at it. And it was just, it was a brutal impact. I mean, it cracked the case on the engine on the bike and just destroyed the car, and to realize that you were on that was just, it was terrifying. And to later see you in the hospital, it was just amazing to me that you survived that. To still be there, living and breathing and fighting to stay alive it was pretty impressive. It's a testament to the strength of your character. It was pretty impressive.
I don't know if my character had anything to do with it since I was in a coma. I think it's a testament to the determination and love that other people have just instilled in me. I just can't quit yet, I got too many people out there that love me. Look at these few people on the phone today, and so many more people out there, thousands of them that really care. And it comes down to the fact that it doesn't matter if you ride a bike, if you are on a car, it doesn't matter. People are good people if they've got it in them. Excuse me. And I think I bounced back because so many people made me bounce back. Larry, I can't tell you how special it was for me to know that you would pick up that phone call. I mean, with the other two special people in my life, I knew they were working, and you work too, but your phone is always there, and you're always able to answer. I just have to say thank you so much for loving me so much, and thank you for being there for me and my son.
Not a problem. Anytime. Always watch out for you guys. Love you guys a lot, and love you guys a lot, and always do it.
And we love you. All right, Larry. Thank you, brother. And of course, my final guest is the love of my life, the man that will always be with me forever and ever, my son, Nathan.
Yep.
Nathan got his first dirt bike in 8th grade, and we've ridden a lot together. Nathan, what do you want to tell these folks about your mom leaving on the B.R.O.A.D journey?
I don't know. I mean, I was pretty nervous about the whole thing. Just the fact that you are so friendly and you don't know who you're going to meet, and you being out on your own. But, I mean, it's what you wanted to do. It's a dream you've always really had, and something you just basically you set your mind to. And, I mean, you did do it, and you did great at it. I mean, unfortunate circumstances happen, but look at how much has came from that. I mean, you've given plenty of other people plenty of feedback and been given so many opportunities because of it, and you're making the best of it all. I mean, so look at the trailer we just built, back on the road again, got your eyes set on the bike. So, I mean,
awesome.
I don't know. I mean, bad stuff happens, but you can always make the best of any situation. And, I don't know. I mean, that's really it. So, you just got to keep a good outlook. You just got to keep a good outlook, I suppose.
You got it. And thanks to you and my granddaughter, it's one more reason to survive. I love you so much, Nathan.
All right. Love you too, Mama.
Bye. All right, folks,
bye.
that's Road Lines with the Broad. Thank you all for my guests, and I hope you join us on future shows. Peace, hugs, and pipes that rumble. Trademarks are Broad, Babe Riding Out a Dream, and Peace, Hugs, and Pipes that Rumble. They are not available for use or copy.